It's getting a little cooler out, which I enjoy. I think it's 74 degrees right now. And the exciting thing is I don't have to run my AC like I was. So hopefully my utility bills go down substantially. And when the winter comes, I don't really put the heat on that high. So I watch a bunch of videos talking about, you know, how hard it is for people nowadays. What is kind of weird is when you see people who are extremely popular or who have a big following, same thing, generate a lot of views. Basically, they get revenue and they complain about how hard it is. Like, if they're struggling and they're like popular, that says a lot about what's happening right now. It's either like the cool thing to get views is to complain about the economy and how hard it is and how expensive everything is. And I think that there's a lot of that too. But in reality, I'm out here living this life, and it is extremely expensive. I don't have health insurance. So I'm just waiting for that shoe to drop. I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying to make it, and it's hard. Here's some reasons why it's hard, and I've said it before, but listen. The big thing is people are not pairing up. So I am part of the problem. I don't have a wife. So if I was to have a wife, that's one less house out here. That's one more house, I mean, that's unoccupied on the market. That means housing prices will drop. So if there was way more, so I think that, like, I was listening to this YouTuber, and he said they ran some statistics, and like, I guess people living on their own was like 11% like 30 years ago, and now it's like 28%. So like, yeah, if we went down to 11% of people living on their own, and these stats might be skewed, they might not be perfect, like technically it's 11.4, like, you get it, it's a roundabout. I mean, it's in the general area. What I'm so tired of this. You got to be perfect and everything, like, factually. Do you understand, like, around means? It's so people get a general understanding of something. So yeah, if 28% of this population was only 11% of people living on their own, we would have more houses out here. Not to mention all the illegals that were just let in. So yes, that's made it. It's a double whammy, triple whammy with the government devaluing our dollar constantly. And yes, there is corporations that are greedy. They don't take care of the bottom workers. You know, it's like Big Ward said today. You're a chain, and you're only as strong as your weakest link. So if you're just like putting all the pressure on your weakest link, like these corporations are doing, what do you think is gonna happen? Oh wait, can we cut costs more? That's take more away from the people at the bottom who don't have anything anyway. How much longer do you think you can go along doing this? Like, I've seen them do this for like my whole career. Is like, they always want to take from the bottom workers. They never take from the mid management. And here's another thing that people don't understand. These supervisors, these mid managers, they get bonuses based off of your production too. So like, instead of like them passing down bonuses, well, you know, they'll give you a pizza party. Like, corporations don't give the bonuses to the bottom workers, to the ones producing the shit. They give it to mid-manage. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is just, it's fucking stupid. It's ridiculous how they run these companies, how they don't care about the bottom workers at all. And if you didn't have the bottom workers, you wouldn't have a company. Because I guarantee you, all the people at the top, all the people in the middle aren't running shit without these people at the bottom. You need each other. Like, more nowadays. I get it. I'm a little bit ahead of the curve. A lot of these companies, they don't believe in remote working. They don't believe in that shit, which we prove that you can do. So, yeah, you remote workers, you can have your job shipped overseas as well. So, like, it's a double-edged sword. Like, you can stay home and it's better on your commute, but you can also have your job outsourced as well. And obviously, like, the innovation of AI. So if I had, like, I feel like I can do whatever a manager could do. I might be able to do a couple of their jobs with AI and like some very competent people below me. Very competent workers. I feel like I can do their job, saving the company thousands of, if not like hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. Well, I could definitely put that money towards the bottom workers and actually like hook them up. So, you know, we're getting taxed left and right. You don't really own anything. Like, I think it's weird when I go and try to buy a car or whatever, and where I'm living, they charge me for property tax when it's like, I don't own the car, so the bank should have to pay a portion of that property tax. They own most of it. Why aren't they paying that property tax? Oh, I gotta pay. Like, I don't own it though. I don't technically, like, the bank owns my car. So why are they not paying the property tax? Oh, this and that. Like, well, they wouldn't lend you. Okay. I guarantee you, if these banks had to pay a portion of the property tax on the vehicles because whatever part they own, they would be out of business. So how do you think we feel? I don't want to own a lot of cars. I don't want to own a lot of stuff here in the state I'm at. I think it's stupid. I can't believe they have this shit. How are you taxing me on stuff I own? Maybe, like, if I was rich, I get it. But how are you going to make poor people pay property tax? It's just absolutely mind-boggling to me. I think social media is a big problem, and I don't know if anybody else is, but I'm getting fucking tired of this shit, to be honest. It's a bunch of fucking ads. I went on to Twitter today, and I don't even really fucking feel like using it anymore. It's the same fucking shit. Like, these big platforms, they talk about the same thing every fucking day. Trump this, Trump is this, Trump is good, Trump is bad. This is, like, it's just so dumb. I'm just tired of the fucking, like, it's just pointless fighting for what? I feel like I can leave Twitter for 6 months and come back, and it's just the fucking same bullshit. We're just fighting over nothing. Nothing's changing. It's just getting worse no matter who's in office. Like, this is the way I look at it. One side seems to appear how they want it to get worse slower than the other side. That's just, I just look at the Democrats as they're accelerationists. They want it destroyed very quickly. It's like these globalists are holding on to some plan of world domination that they cooked up 100 years ago, and they've been trying to implement it, and they've done a really good job, but the people who have taken over control of their kids see that their plan didn't work like they thought, and they see like big chinks in the armor, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know how to counteract what's going on right now. They don't understand, like, hey, maybe we should just chill out and calm down. We got the time, we got the money. Maybe we should let them get comfortable again. Let them get comfortable again. Then we can come back down with like the 2020 again and stuff like that. And 2021. No, we're just gonna try to keep pushing it against, because we want the plan to work now. We want control of the world now. It's just like seriously, what is the urgency to try to take over the world right now? I don't get it. I would want to lull us back into sleep if I was the elites. There's so many people that are waking up, and the harder you guys make it on us to live, just to live, to afford basic fucking things like health care, car insurance, health insurance, like, what is that? Homeowners insurance. Can't afford this shit because everything costs too much. Oh, Trump did it. Yeah, I mean, he played a part, but the whole thing is both sides that got us here. And if you think that, you know, this is when I say to the left, I try to put out an olive branch. I'm like, they both fucking suck. They both caused this. And they're like, oh, Republicans spent more money, or Trump spent more money. It's like, I'm trying to, this is why I'm saying I fucking hate the left. Like, I hate these people because they can't negotiate. They want everything their fucking way. Like, there's no negotiating at all with them. That guy, Joey Swalwell, he's sitting there placating to the left. Like, something happened, and he was a fan of the Hulkster, and the Hulkster's had a little bit of a checker past. And he put out a video of him lifting weights in a Hulkster costume, and people were like upset about it on his live stream. And then he, like, the next day he apologized for it, and then he realized he was like getting death threats, apparently, I guess. I don't know, that's what I heard in the comments. I don't know if it's true, but like, it doesn't matter if you apologize. Look at Joe Rogan. He never apologized for saying the N-word. And guess what happened? That shit went away. Nobody gives a fuck. So, like, I see one of these extreme leftists tweet on Joey's thing when he apologized. He's like, it's almost good enough. This is what I'm saying. It's never, so just don't give them nothing. Like, you people on the left, just because I don't like the fucking Republicans and I'm not really happy with Trump right now, doesn't mean I'm still going to support you motherfuckers. Not at all. Like, if I was still going to vote, I would still vote for the Republicans, even though I don't fucking like them either. Just because I fucking hate the Republicans can somewhat negotiate, and most of their politicians don't seem like they're party first, and that's what the left is. They're all about party first, and they act like they're for the country. They're not. They're fucking liars. They're deceivers. These people are some of the biggest deceivers there are. All they do is push their fucking feminist fucking bullshit. Seriously. And the way YouTube is right now, you know, I could fucking do the same shit on Rumble. You know, I might get less views, but it's not like I'm getting hundreds of thousands of views. It's not like I'm getting tens of thousands of views on here anyway. You know, if you really like my content, you know, and I decide to go to Rumble, then you probably will go with, like, you know what I do is there's a couple people that I listen to on Rumble. You know, like, I listen to Infowars off it. When I want to listen to them, I go to Rumble to listen to them. When I want to listen to Nick Fuentes, I go to Rumble. When I want to listen to Turfling Monkey, I'll go to Rumble. So like, you know, if I decide to quit using YouTube because I don't like the way they're going with their platform, I don't want to have a filter. So I just feel like I'm not growing anyway on here. So what does it fucking matter? I would like to be able to preserve my content as much as possible, but I want to say what I want to say without having to fucking being afraid that I'm gonna get. I'm already shadow banned or whatever. That's quite apparent. When I'm seeing people with less subscribers, a little bit less than I got, and they're getting like tens of thousands of views on like all their fucking videos, that just shows me what the fuck's happening to me on this platform. So why should I feel like I want to like go away from using this platform. Why should I continue to use YouTube at all? Whether it's my own personal use, you know, a lot of it's just like habit. I just go on YouTube. It's just habit. You know, that's the first thing I go to. It's easy. My algorithm is pretty solid. I like my algorithm on here pretty much. It gives me that's why I like YouTube. If I had to go in and search like what I liked every single fucking time, I just use Rumble. Well, I like that. I guess that's why I continue to use YouTube, because my algorithm is so on point for what I want to watch, for the content I want to absorb. But there's some little things that I've done. For instance, I was giving YouTube tons of free hours of like usage, I guess, where I would use I like white noise when I'm sleeping, so I would go on to like these live streams or like, you know, something that has like 10 hours of like white noise, and I just like put my phone on there. So like it helps me sleep, man. So what I did is I went out and I bought a white noise machine, so I don't use YouTube or this platform as much as I was. And I think social media, I think that like they're putting themselves in a precarious position where they're kind of forcing people to not use this shit anymore. And maybe that's what the intention is. Maybe they don't want us to all go back to watching TV and shit. So maybe that's why they're coming out with the ads. Like they're not like. I wish Google and fucking YouTube was more like Twitter when it comes to censorship. Now, I get censored on there still for like hate speech, but it's a lot more lenient than whatever this shit is. So it's just annoying. And another thing too is like, you don't even know what's fucking real anymore. People like come out with videos and you think like you're listening to them and they seem like they're genuine in what they're saying. But they could be lying. Like for instance, a big thing is, I don't know why these are so fucking big, but people like to put up these EBT grocery hauls where they use our tax money for, you know, to survive or whatever. And then like they're making a video of all the shit that they bought like it was fucking Christmas. And people watch this shit because they're hate watching it and it pisses them off. So I could do that myself if I wanted to. I could start up a channel, you know. Oh, I get this much for EBT. I can just like fabricate the fucking facts, lie, and put out content and get tons of views. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even know what the fuck is real anymore on this shit. We don't know who's real. What I think you can tell I'm real is because I do this for fucking free. I don't get paid from YouTube at all. I haven't got a single penny from YouTube. Twitter I have. This, you know, I do this because partially it is some type of a therapy, but it also, like, somebody, you know, I put it out there for if somebody relates or something, at least, like, they know they're not alone. I don't know. Everything that's happening right now in our society, it's completely unsustainable, especially in the long term. In the short term, it might be okay, but in the long term, it's going to be a catastrophe. It seems like we're intentionally being divided on so many fronts. And people should, like, be with their families more. Come closer to their families. Even if you have to live under the same roof to survive. Because it's extremely hard out here. It's extremely hard for the youth. Like, I don't blame any of them for not wanting kids. I don't blame them. When it feels this world is so hard to live, so hard to survive, you know, then I hear from the right, oh, you have air conditioning, you live better than kings like 100, 200 years ago. Yes. Yes. But I also don't have the community they had. The lack of compassion, the lack of empathy, I can see it in myself. Everyone's out for themselves, mostly. It's hard to feel empathetic for everybody else struggling when you're fucking struggling yourself. And we're just putting ourselves in our own boats and trying to live like the old ways. It's just, it's not working. You got the youth who are completely unmotivated, which is completely understandable. Because, like I've said before, there's no carrot on the stick. Listen, for me, since I work my ass off and I can't afford health insurance, I can't afford a vacation. Like, I work with this commute over 200 hours a month. I'm not gonna work 7 fucking days straight, 80 hours a week, to try to live a better fucking... How is that a better life? There's no work-life balance at all. If I was running a company, if I went all in on this company that I founded and I was trying... Yes, dude, I'm gonna work like Elon does, of course. But if I'm gonna work for somebody else, you think I'm gonna work like a dog to make them rich? No, I'm just gonna make it so I don't have as many bills. I'm gonna try to make so I have less bills. And I think that there is a little bit of that too going on out here. Is there are people who are used to living high on the hog, that now reality is coming to fruition and they have to cut back, and they make it seem like on here that they are struggling when they're really not. Some people might say that about me. The reason why I feel like I'm struggling is because whatever I have as far as assets can be wiped out like that. All it takes is one catastrophic event to wipe me out. That's it. I break a leg, I have to miss work. Dude, I can't afford that. I can't afford the hospital bills. I can't afford to miss work for an extended period of time. Like, I'll be wiped out. So that's why I say I'm struggling. People in my position at my age should have $150,000 saved in their 401k. That's what I looked up. The average person my age should have, or they have around that. They have, like, this is why I say I'm behind. I'm severely behind everybody. I'm like $100,000 behind everybody right now. I have family. I sure do have family. But, like, they're not well off. And they don't want me living with them. And in fact, I don't want to live with them. Like, I shouldn't have to. I really shouldn't. I work too hard to have to live with family. I'm the breadwinner. You know, but these jobs, they don't want to pay us right, man. I don't know what to say. So, like, what do I do? And why do people do what they do? Why are people fat? Well, here's a reason. Because life fucking sucks so hard nowadays. Where they feel like they're not getting anywhere. They're not developing any type of security for their future. They're not being able to save for any type of, like, vacation, something to look forward to. So they're like, I'm just going to eat. I'm going to enjoy this. It's a short-term thing. You know, like smoking weed. I like smoking weed, man. Oh, that's horrible. Dude, I don't like to drink beer. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like to drink because I'm a fucking piece of shit when I get drunk. So, I'm not living in a concentration camp. I'm not living in a work camp. And that's what it fucking feels like, especially like these YouTubers that push, oh, just like have nothing, have no reward. No, we need some type of short-term reward and long-term reward. I'm not getting somebody to come home to that is excited to see me, that loves me, you know, a woman, somebody like a hot cooked meal. Like, dude, not only am I working 100 hours a week, I'm having to fucking take care of everything. I gotta go grocery shopping, I gotta take the trash out, I gotta clean my own dishes, do my own fucking laundry. Like, I'm doing more than this is why people are burnt out, man. And these rich people that are on here telling you, like, work harder, work 80 hours a week, they don't have to do all that shit. I remember listening to Alex Jones, and he was talking about how he was excited to do the dishes. It's like, bitch, you don't ever have to do the fucking dishes. Imagine having to do all the dishes all the time yourself and work. I guarantee you he would get burnt out. And that's what it is. We're living our lives, which is way more convenient than it was like 70 years ago, where everything was more manually done when it comes to, like, washing our clothes and stuff. And, like, I don't have a dishwasher, but, you know, you gotta have a dishwasher. You can make things are a lot easier to live. But and technically, yeah, you can get your groceries delivered to your door. You don't even have to go grocery shopping. It costs money, though. And to be honest, I would love to use that service because I hate going to the grocery store. I think that's I don't know. This is me thinking outside the box. I think, like, pretty soon, if you want to get women's attention, go to the store and, you know, during the busy fucking time too. Like, I usually avoid the busy time because I hate waiting in lines. But probably better to go on the fucking weekends, go to the grocery store and just get like get a bunch of fucking shit. And it's probably a good way to meet a woman. I mean, honestly, given the fact they're cutting women back and, you people back on their food stamps and all that. Things are about to get a lot harder for people. And they're going to be like, I can't rely on the government. I actually want a man. If I was a woman right now and like my job was office job, I would not feel comfortable. I think they feel really comfortable. This is why I think that it's going to come to full circle. I think that women are going to try to come back to men. Because they're not going to want to do our jobs. They're not going to want to do the hard work. Some of them will, and some of them have, and some of them are. But the vast majority, you're not going to get these pampered women who think that are like these alpha women who are going to think to themselves, man, I'm gonna go get dirty every fucking day. When they're used to living like prim and proper. I'm gonna go and fucking be a trash man. You think they're gonna do that shit? No, they're not. They're gonna come up with the realization, maybe I should become feminine and get me a man to do this for me, like we did in the old days. Here's the thing. Here's the other side of the coin. I don't blame women for wanting to be independent now. Men in the past have not taken care of women very well. I think the divorce laws are really fucking out of date, but they were put in there for a reason. Because men were abandoning their fucking families left and right, and they're starting, like, how fucked up is that? You had a family, and then you just threw them all away and you went and started a new fucking family. Like, what the fuck? Now, it's one thing if you decided to throw away that family and just like go fuck off and be on your own. Like, I don't want to be a... No, these guys went out and just started a whole another fucking family. Like, how big of a slap in the face is that to the fucking kids? You fucking replaced me. So I'm saying, like, our problems in this society come from men. It wasn't women that created the hookup culture. It was men. It wasn't men. It wasn't women that were leaving their marriages en masse like they are now. It was men. Men started this shit. Hopefully, like the men, the young men, have learned from weak, pathetic men in the past. You can put me on there because I divorced my fucking wife. So you can put me in there too. I'm a weak, pathetic man. The difference is I raised my kids. I have full custody. And it was more of a mutual thing. So I'm not going to get into the depth about that. I don't want to talk about that. Because I don't want to throw people underneath the bus. You know what I mean? So it's like... But it's not like I went out, said, fuck this family, have nothing to do with them, my kids, and just just replace them. Or be like a half-ass, like, part-time dad. You know, I pay child support, but they come over and visit me every other weekend or some shit like that. No, man, I was a full-fledged, like, I was in their life from fucking birth, their first cry into this world, fucking till right now, unless they move out. Unless they moved out. My kids are both over 18. I just had a kid move out 3 years ago. Now he's living with me. I've always been there for my kids. So, yeah, you know, this is the root cause. Weak fucking men. Why don't women trust us with their finances? Because men have fucked them over. There was women back in the day. I remember, like, my ex-fiance's, her father's girlfriend or whatever. I remember listening to her say something like she stayed with her husband after, like, because even when he hit her for the kids, because back then you couldn't just like, you couldn't get support. You were fucked. You had to take on all of it yourself. You gotta. That's why you've seen some of these women working like 3 fucking jobs back in the day to support their, because they weren't getting help from the man. There was a deadbeat fucking dad that didn't take care of his business, so the women had to go there and work. Yes, that happened, and it was fucking unfair. See, these problems, you know, we can sit here and it's so easy to rag on women and put them down, which women are absolutely horrible nowadays, and they're masculine and they're manly. They're sleeping around, they're getting tons of tattoos, they're doing really masculine stuff. But why? Why are they like this? Because they haven't had a masculine man in their life. That's why. Maybe they have, but they didn't have a feminine mom to counterbalance it. You know? Dude, watch some of these movies from the fucking 80s. Look at the women. Look how they used to act. Watch some of these movies from the 70s and the 80s. Look how feminine. Look at their tonality. And then compare them to women nowadays. It's like night and day. These women's, like, their tonality nowadays, they're like so authoritarian and like they're like CEO when they're really not. They're just like. And the funny thing is with these women, they think like, so they're go-getters and they want to like be the breadwinners, but they want a man that's more masculine than them. But it's like, dude, the alpha men don't want you. I mean, they might bang them out because they're good looking or something, but they're not. They want a feminine woman. They don't want to fucking compete with their ass. Here's the thing, like, women need to understand. If you want to be the breadwinner and you don't trust men and you want to be like making the money and all that shit, get you a man that is a fucking beta, because you're the man of your relationship. You're the man of your life. You need to find a guy that is fine being the supportive. He's fine being a stay-at-home dad. He's fine cleaning the house while you make the money. But no, women still nowadays, they're still in the same like mindset of, I need to find a guy that makes as much money as me or more. They're still in that mindset. It's like, you wonder why all of these regular guys don't have relationships or anything like that. It's because women won't give us the time of day. Even if we are like doing like, so what, you make more than me. Like if I had a relationship with a woman, she's making more than me, I would be happy about that. I don't give a fuck. Make more, that's cool. As long as you know who the fucking boss is. When shit fucking hits the fan, who's gonna lay down the pipe? Who's gonna lay down the pipe, man? It's not the woman that's gonna lay down the pipe. It's gonna be me. No, but somebody breaks in, like, all seriously. If somebody breaks in, I'm gonna be handling the business. I'm gonna be on the front lines. If we're out going for a walk with the family and a wild dog comes, you think I'm gonna cower behind the woman? No, they're cowering behind me. I'm gonna take the brunt of the impact. For me, I don't like what these women. If they like were conscious and they weren't like NPCs nowadays, and they're like aware of what's happening, and they're aware of like social conditions and fucking like what I'm talking about. Dude, I could thrive in a relationship with a woman that's fucking alpha. Like, yeah, you make the fucking plans. You make the money, you make the plans, you want to do all this fun shit, cool. I can enjoy the ride. I can be along for the ride, and I can be like the security guard. No problem. You know, I can throw out a clever fucking... I can come up with like in-depth conversations, and we can talk about in-depth fucking things and all this shit. Like, I'm pretty much a fucking if they got up over this like whole mindset of like hypothetically, like these women, these content creators on the internet, when I go on Twitter, like all of them are fucking married, but there's a couple that aren't. That like, you be a go-getter, that's cool. You want to go do this? Yeah, I'll go with you. But I don't want to plan this shit out, and I don't want to work for it. I don't want to come up with the funds to come up with it either. But I'm cool. Like, hey, we can go here, and I'll protect your fucking ass, and give you good company. But yeah, I'm definitely not. And here's the thing: is I'm not gonna put up with you fucking somebody else. That's where it comes down to, and that's where I think that a lot of guys have to be fine with these women fucking other guys, and I'm not fine with that at all. I'd rather just be by myself. I'd rather just live like a humble life on my own. I'm not a cuck, and like for me, since I have a high body count, I'm more like, okay, listen, like these content creators that have made pornography and stuff like that. Do you think that your life is over, or like somebody that's like, I could disappear and no one ever fucking know? Even if I was a big content creator, I can go away. 'Cause this is all I would do. I would just move somewhere where people don't really use the internet. That's where I would go. If it's a third world shithole, then that's where I'm going. I would go somewhere where the internet isn't really that accessible, so people don't know who the fuck I am. And people will forget about it. Eventually, you will be forgotten about. When you leave the internet for long enough, the spotlight, you will be forgotten about. So that's it.